Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Trigger Kiss. Banri has finally completed his challenge of getting a hit in on Mikado to get him to join the club, and Azuma and Yamato have revealed that they've been waiting on the sidelines just in case Banri couldn't do it. And it turns out Mikado hadn't said anything about friends not being able to help, so they were ready to jump in if things didn't turn out too well. I bet that was Yamato's idea. Sneaky guy that he is. Alright, you can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story.
Sorry, but we got our own reasons why we can't back down. That's why. We'll be taking you along no matter what you say.
Yep, he looks pretty resolute about that. Looks like they're ready to kidnap him if they have to.
If you still don't like our club after the tournament, go ahead and do whatever you want. But don't you want to get back at the people who turned their backs on you?
These two aren't much for compromise, so I think it'd be best to keep your promise.
I'll have to phone into work.
The next day, we're going through one last briefing in the waiting room before our match. Naturally, everyone here is wearing the same design, Akizuki's uniform tracksuit. By the way, about the tracksuit that Mikado, whose participation was decided last minute, is wearing. It was put together during an all-nighter, using Akizuki's tracksuit along with one Mikado used in middle school. Well, that's gotta be weird. Thus, all the members of Akizuki's Superpower Club are gathered in one place.
Alright, the first of the teens will be me, her, and Mikado.
Oh? If it's fine either way, I'd like to request me, Banri, and Futaba together as a team.
What? Why?
It's a matter of our compatibility. And that pairing helps me stand out. You mean you can't stand out as much with Yamato there beside you?
Haha, I like you. We can go with that. We'll be counting on you.
Hey, what about Yamato?
God, looks like we got another one with a few screws loose.
You're the only rational one on the team here, Yamato. I want to get him back in the game, man. I mean, at least he's in the episode, but still. I want you. Might you enlighten me as to what another one means exactly? And thus, our second match finally begins.
Let's work hard.
Yep, looks like Banri's got all the energy he needs. He'll be able to battle pretty well then. And Mikado's...
Futaba, there's one thing I'd like to ask you.
What? What's the matter with him? He looks serious all of a sudden.
Where's the opposing team from again?
Excuse me? Why are you asking this now? The match is just about to start, you know.
Koga, our opponents are from the Kamase Agricultural School. Kamase Agricultural High.
Kamase Agricultural High. Apparently the school has no defining features to speak of, besides being an agricultural school. There's word out that the school's lunches are superb. Oh, that's a really great defining feature.
It's the 7th match of the Kanto Regional Preliminaries, Akizuki High School versus Kamase Agricultural High School. Begin. Go Inono, Ushio. We'll show them the power that Kamase Agricultural High Superpower holds.
They look pretty cool.
Understood.
Whoa there. Those guys are really pulling off the hired hand look.
What? Are you talking about them being from an agricultural school?
Yeah, I mean, underdogs. So this is going to be my first match after returning. It's fine either way, though.
Huh? Does that have anything to do with Kamase?
Rather than that, well, don't they just look like the spitting image of henchmen? I don't think so. I mean, they kind of look like they're wearing regular tracksuits for jogging, though.
They're henchmen? Is that allowed in schools?
Banri, you and your misunderstandings.
Yes, they are.
But I guess you have to understand yourself. Ugh. These guys are speaking on two entirely different channels. I think you guys are talking about different things.
Alright, everyone. Let's beat these henchmen and make it a celebration. We mustn't let our guard down, Koga. We've got to make entirely sure what the hired henchman from Kamase's strategy is. You bastards. Calling us names. You have no manners.
They could hear all that. That was pretty rude.
A player from Kamase got mad at us. But isn't he a hired farmhand like you said?
Oh god. You're the one at fault, Mikado.
Actually, doesn't the blame land on Banri's shoulders?
Well, he was the one who misunderstood, but you're the one who let him.
What? It's my fault.
Let's go, comrades. Triangle formation.
Understood, Captain. What should we do?
Right then, I suppose first things first, we'll... Futaba, might you gift me with a kiss?
Come again?
After all, your powers boost the powers of those you kiss, don't they? Then, wouldn't it be our loss not to use them?
But it's only supposed to be used at a pinch. Yeah, it's a little early to be asking for that. You haven't even started yet. I wonder how many kisses she could give in a match. And since this is an otome game, we're probably not ever going to kiss more than one person in a match. But strategically, we probably should.
Come on, don't be so stiff. See, if you don't act fast, the opposing team will be on us.
Mikado says that and extends his hand out in front of me. Yep, he doesn't waste any time. There's no indication that he'll move an inch until I kiss him. Fine. Weird. He might have been a little eccentric, but I expected him to be a little more responsible than this. I take Mikado's extended hand into mine and stiffen up. So, well, whatever. Do your best. There we go. Trigger kiss. Here we go. On the hand.
Wow, this packs quite the punch. This doesn't match my golden days, but I can feel a power flowing through me.
Oh, so we can't quite get him back up to the way he was, huh? Maybe if we kissed him on the lips.
Koga, this isn't the time for chit-chat. Kamase's here.
Don't worry, and leave things to me. I've got this lady's love flowing through me after all.
There's no such thing! Mikado stands as if lying in wait in front of the three players charging forth. I really love his battle stance, he looks so cool. And finally, the two make impact. Well, I thought they would, but... Whoa. That's awesome!
There we go.
Mikado sidesteps the player's attacks like he's on a walk in the park. And surprisingly enough, that's just enough to freeze the enemy player's movements entirely.
Huh? Did the other team's muscles fall asleep?
Mikado sent the shockwave into their vitals. I saw him touch them while dodging their attacks.
In that short span of time, Koga really is amazing. He is the genius people make him out to be.
Now, Bonri, don't just stand there and watch. Could you deliver the final blow for me?
Huh? I'm doing it?
Mm-hmm. Since you'll likely be able to finish them off in a single blow.
Alright, understood. I'll give it a try.
Now he gets to show his stuff.
Huh? I missed.
Oh, come on!
Alright, aim your best. Take a stance, center your focus on your trunk. Look closely at the opponent.
Man, have you guys not practiced enough? Why are we coaching in the middle of a match?
Roger.
What the hell? That was a really fast match. That was kind of anticlimactic. Well, that goes to show you just how smart Mikado is, though.
Match finished.
So, that's how things go. Our second match ends with a one-hit KO. Oh, that's kind of disappointing because those guys actually looked pretty cool to me, at least. Especially the guy with the long hair on the right side. I thought he was kind of cute. I think we've recruited yet another strange player onto our team. Oh, don't say that, he's awesome. He may be strange, but he gets the job done, and that's the whole point. And that's how we gathered 5 members in our superpower club. And thus begun our activities as a team.
Yeah, looks like those two from Akizuki did well. From how things looked, I'd say you're right. I hadn't thought they'd be able to win over Mikado. The tournament has certainly taken a turn for the interesting. You really are crazy about this, aren't you? Well, it's not like it's anything new. My apologies. The stronger the enemy, the better. It's something of a disease of mine. I know that well enough. It's thanks to you I went through what I did in the last year's tournament. We won, so is there a problem? Jeez, you're always like this.
Yes, I'm fine with that now.
Huh? Anyway, that arrogant fighting style of Mikado's. He might have lost ability, but his personalities remained intact.
I think the same of him. It just means he'll be a meddlesome opponent.
I'm wondering what to do if he's lost his touch. But the way he is now, I don't think I'll have anything to worry about. Soya? Oh, it's you, Kojiro. I haven't seen you in a week. Oh, what's the matter? You've usually taken your time. It's because you've ordered specifics on the design. First of all, I've met the deadline. There's no basis for you to make a complaint. My apologies. Well then, how did they come out this time around? Nothing big. They're the same as usual. Then, that must mean they're the top of the line.
What is this?
Akizuki High. It's been quite some time since I looked forward to an opponent to this degree.
Why the maniacal laughter? Popularity vote. Bonri's in 3rd place. Mikado is in 2nd place. And 1st place is... Why this guy? I have no idea why. It's not like I did anything with him at all. Why? It doesn't make any sense. But okay. Chapter 3. Blocking the Way to Nationals. The Power of the Supreme Ruler. Episode 17. The Supreme Ruler. Hakuroin University High School. With Mikado joining us, we have our team gathered, and yet we know much too little about how other high schools compete. Then it's time to do some research. That's why we all came here to observe the semifinals, but...
It's as I thought. Hakuroin won. Yeah, we'll be playing against them in the next finals.
Strictly speaking, competing against the first-string players of that team.
Huh? Does that mean the players from before are on reserve?
Rather than reserves, I'd say there's something like players meant to beat prelims.
Well, from now on, I think we'll finally get to start making some more choices. Particularly toward Yamato's route. Please, dear God, please. But at least he's actually showing up some now. Darn it, Mikado, why'd you have to ask for Bonri instead of Yamato? Darn you, Mikado, blocking me from my honey. Alright, well, hope to see you in our next episode. Or some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.